Hi everybody, it's Julie, and I have my Getting Crafty journal is finished, but I do have a couple of things that I want to show you that I did throughout, so I do have a couple more things to add. So this is the journal. It is 5 3/4 by 9. It has a cardstock with fabric over the top binding or cover. The binding is 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and I just added this yarn here to close it. And so here we go. So I have done a few videos as I was making this, showing you the pages and the embellishments. I did go ahead and take out the sewing machine. I knew I wanted to sew the fabric to the cardstock. As you can see, I traded out the butterfly cover for this beautiful fabric. It's a tablecloth that I have, and it's really pretty. I love the way it frays, and so that is that. So we have this card embellishment. So I made the card embellishment, and then I have attached it to the fabric with fabric tack. So I have this sticker here from Dollar Tree. I have some cards, journaling cards throughout that are from Lindsay Zenore's. A couple of her kits, I had printed them and wanted to put her background on the back, and I printed the background over the top of my the cards. So they were in my pile, use these someday, and so they worked out really well for this kit because their themes, they had butterflies all through it, and flowers, so it worked really well. So we have some of the rescued wedding dress here underneath, and then I tore some of the cardstock underneath there. So you open it up, and we have a large pocket here. And so the first thing I want to show you is I have taken, and throughout this journal, I added these long stripes, and I love the way they look throughout the journal. So so I wanted to go ahead, and I have been putting it on the little yellow cards. This is actually just paper, but when you add the washi tape to it, it strengthens the paper. So I'm just going to go pull it in so I can see it. And I leave a little bit of an edge and pull it off. So this is something you could do if you knew you were going to put in 8 cards or 8 note papers, then you could do this. I love the stripes with the flowers. You know, I love Heidi Swapp stuff, and that's what this reminds me of. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm going to cut this side, and I'm going to cut it way in the back of the scissors. See that? And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to cut this one up here. Because if you have hung around on Dear Julie for very long, you know that I don't throw very much away. So that gives me this for inside this front pocket. And like I said, I'm loving that look. You'll see it all throughout. So this is from an address book. It was the cover. It was a hardcover address book, just like a regular book. And so this was the inside flap. And I think, or it might have been part of the book, I don't remember. But anyway, I folded it over, and glue did not want to stick to the glossy side with ink. So I did pull out my sewing machine and added the lace here. And then that strengthened this pocket as well. So here I just have one of the cards from the Lindsay Zenor. See, this is the background, this beautiful lace. And then it printed right on top of the journaling cards. But that's okay. We have some stenciling. And there's that long line. Here we have a avocado dyed paper. So I used avocado dyed paper. This one is dried on a charger plate. And they do have these charger plates at Michael's right now. So here we have a top tuck, and you could just tuck something right in there. So turn the page. I love the way that sounds. Then we have an Edith Holden page here. I chose pages that have butterflies. I added this little pocket. I made this little matchbox or pocket tag, added the heart, and then also this little flip up, flip down, and it fits right inside there. And then on several of these I have used the scrap pieces of paper from ripping and just stapled them on, and that way we had less bulk in the journal. So there's the beautiful butterfly, and there's some stenciling here. Turn the page, another beautiful butterfly on an Edith Holden paper, and a stenciled butterfly. So down here at the last minute, I did this little collage. I added in this little card. This is another piece from the sticker sheet, and we have the little tiny black and white washi going down the side of the page here. Over here we have a tab with some lace. And here we have another, this is a large pocket with a tag and a note paper that's been coffee dyed on the heart pan. We have a collage guest check and the heart was made in the embellishment video. We have the reward of merit. This is from the printable that the New Year's Day printable that I gave in the Dear Julie Scrap All About It group. And here is a flinch card. So the flinch card's available in the Dear Julie Etsy shop, and they are the numbers 1 through 31. This is what you get when you, this is how you get it. I've distressed this one. You get the numbers 1 through 31, and that is printing it at 5x7, and of course today I cannot find the full size. So the full size one is twice that size. And oh, here it is. So this is what the full size would be. Okay, and that, imagine it without the Halloween decorations. And look at, who knew that 20 days after the 31st I would have Midnight my kitty. So okay, so here we have a calendar page, and I've gone ahead and added a tuck to it here, and then we have one of the journaling cards, and these journaling cards are new. They are in the Fairies, Flutters, and Flowers digital kit at Dear Julie, and they are, this sheet is wallet size and journaling card size, and they are all butterflies and flowers. Okay, and then I added, this was a keeping track of bingo. Or actually, these were the little things that you pull from, and then you have a little sheet that you put them on. And I had bought the bingo set for the cards and ended up using these little bingo numbers throughout. Here we have the calendar page. You open it up, and there we have the washi tape on the side. And so remember that we have the washi tape. And so we're going to skip ahead real quick because I don't want to forget to do this. Here we go. I have a bunting started right here, or banner. And so we're going to go ahead and with the pieces that are left, we'll go ahead and put them across. And that will give us a decoration. And with these striped ones, you can go up and down or sideways. And you have your little decoration. You may have seen when I do that with a card, I'll actually cut a sliver of the card, and there will have like the wire or the string illusion. So that's what I do with the scraps there. Okay, so yeah, so we opened this up. Here we have some writing paper. It is vintage, and we've got some stenciling, washi tape with the little and the roses. Here I've added some lace and a piece of the scrap of material. I used all of the material that I had cut a piece, and I had some the side and bottom and top pieces left, and I used them throughout the journal here. So here is another piece of that address and telephone book. This side is folded over. We have this little thing here, and it is a pocket. We've never put anything in there, so we'll put that in there. And then we have some of the coffee dyed on the grill paper. And I just folded it. I cut it and used it in a couple places, and then that was left, so I folded it in half. There we go. Okay, so this was avocado dyed over here. And here we've used the bottom of the guest receipt, and again, this was not taking to glue, so I stapled it. And then here's another one of the cards from Lindsay's kit, and you can see the lace right here. So I just sewed down the edge, and there is another flinch card. So flinch cards usually go up to 15, but we have it, we have it set up so that it goes to 31, and so again, it's available at the Dear Julie Etsy shop. Dear Julie is all one word. Okay, so here we have a little flip out, the stationery that I just received from Joyce in January, and I put it in here. And then we got the butterfly, and that is from one of these little calendars that I had gotten at Michael's. I had a 2017 and a 2018, so that's part of that. Here I added the washi tape to an Edith Holden page. It says butterfly down here. And here we've got buttercup. And so we have a little tag here. You could turn it and have this in here either way. Again, it is stapled at the top. Here's another one of the pages, and it's been stenciled on the back. This was from the printout that the printable digital that I gave to the Dear Julie Scrap All About It for New Year's. Okay, so here's a flinch card, and it's been embellished with a scallop heart, a regular heart, some lace from the rescued wedding dress, and some gold thread. And then I was adding these little tiny butterfly stickers throughout. And also we have a tab here, and that's from the material. So here we have a guest check, and I've added washi, it's coffee dyed, took the bottom off and used it somewhere else, added the washi tape, and then at the top we have a stamp, and it's these really pretty roses, and then a piece of ripped coffee dyed paper to be the pull tag, and then a rewarded merit. And this was also from the printable that was given of the year. So I collaged this. I did this on a video, and we collaged this in. And then here's another one of those yellow papers. And this is a little booklet, and this was one of the last scraps left on my desk, and so I took it, and this was the square in here. It has books. That also was one of the printables from Lindsay. And this piece of pink material was on the desk, and then another piece of the coffee dyed paper. And then on the back, I took these note papers, and what I've done is I got this little notepad, and I took it out of the spiral holder, and I just took all the pages out. So I have them, and then I just glued the first one, glued the second one on top of it, glued the third one on top of it, and we have a little notebook here. Very, very simple. Some rescued wedding dress, another piece from that calendar. This is also from the printable, the January 1st printable. Okay, turn it over, and we have some lace added to the edge. I used washi tape to attach this guest check, and it never got anything in its belly band. This guest check is printed with, or is dyed, coffee dyed, on one of the circle polka dot grill pans. Here, we've got this. We'll just stick this in here with those. Okay, so then I used the cardboard pieces to have lines on this back page. You can see the hearts from the coffee dye, or the avocado dyeing there. We have some more stenciling and washi, and there's our washi banner. And here is one of the Edith Holden tags. I made it with a pocket so that we could put the flinch card in there. And this one didn't get anything on the top. So let's go ahead and we'll just grab some of the yarn. This is similar to what is on the cover, and we'll just fold it in half, put the end strings through it. This is an easy one because it pulls through really easy, and then of course then we've added one of the flowers, fairies, flutters, and flowers journaling cards from Dear Julie Julie, and put it in there. And then we have another one of the Lindsay Zenor cards, and I think we'll go ahead and just round the corners on this to make it look like it was on purpose put in here and not just like an accident. There's the other tuck. We have some more lace here on the edge, some washi inside, pocket here, collage here, large tag with rescued wedding dress, avocado dyed on the grill paper. There is some, that is a pocket back there. We have this little note paper. It is behind the flat paper clip here, and this just has one of the Lindsay Zenor cards. It has part of the calendar that was left, and the back is one of the pages. And then I just stapled the flinch card there in between some of the papers. Here we have the line again. Here's another card from the Dear Julie Julie Fairy Flutter and Flower Kit. Okay, and again, just make it look more real. This was a card, a little card tuck. So it's got it. This is part of a pillow. Rip off a pillow. You can pull this out. There's also that can be a pocket there, as well as behind here. Over here we have the printable from January 1st. Flitch card, excuse me. And a little collage here holding that closed. This is a paint chip, a stamp. This I made when I was making the Just Junk. So that was one of my Just Junk embellishments that I made for a video. Here we have another one of the yellow papers. Another card from Lindsay. And you can see the lace. It was the peach lace piece. And then another one of the calendars and some washi tape. We have some children's writing paper with washi tape. And on this side, we've stenciled some butterflies. This is really cool. This was packaging. I don't remember what was wrapped in it, but I thought it was beautiful. I've saved it for a long time. And what I've done is I've attached I was going to say a pillow. I've attached and made a pocket here, and then I have the notes. This is the back of a set of note cards, and I added some of the paper to this. And if I'd have paid attention to this, I mean, look how flat that is, okay? So people always ask me now, about the Tombow Mono, and you can see it did wrinkle, but that's just because I didn't keep up with this. But it has a very, very good flush edge. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. There. Okay. So we have some of the material from the cover on the top here, along with some lace. And we've got the double staples there. I did punch out the circle with my 1-inch hole punch. We have coloring. This is a coloring calendar, and this just fits right over, and it just has some of the material on a paper clip. So that's a way to use fabric. We're using fabric all through this, so this is giving you some ideas on ways to use fabric. Here's one of the ways. You can just attach it to a paper clip. Here we go. So I folded this up, and first we have this. We have this note paper thing here, and that was just sitting behind there. And this is, like I said, it's a calendar, and it's flipped up, and it's made a pocket. Here's another one of Lindsay's cards. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. Even with the green on it from the... See, there's the card, there's the green from the background. I did go ahead and I left the white. I liked that look, so I left it. Here's another card, journaling card, or you can put something else on this. I think this would make a great writing journal. There's lots of places to write, all the different sizes of things that you might want to write down, whether it be a story or a quote. Here's a little collage and a place to write here. Again, we've used some of the bingo. And here's a guest check. And it has the African violet stamp and some of the green paper attached and some washi here. And that just fits inside of this envelope. This is the center of the signature. And we have, right here, we have a heart paper clip. And we don't have anything underneath it. What do we got here? There. We've got those two things are now underneath it. Okay, so we're at the center of the signature, and what I've done is I added these two little beads, and I added on this side one of the flower, pink flower eyelets. So this is what it looked like to begin with. Okay, so it's a regular eyelet, and I just took my crocodile and set it in there and smushed it. Okay, and that gave me this little flower bead that you can put on there. So I've already got one on there. So then what I did was I got into my little beads, and let's see, we did the bright pink and the yellow. Let's see if we can add a third bead on this one. Okay. And I was able to just put these through. It's not going to go into that small of a size. Just try and get it through. Just get it through. Okay, and sometimes they get stuck on something, and it's at this time it's easier to just go grab another one. I tell you what, when I did this earlier, it was way easier. I didn't have any trouble. So there's the pink. Here's the large yellow. And I think we'll go with, these. I was like, we'll go with the really large pink. Okay. So what I did with that was I went ahead and I put it through a second time. This is just how I tied it off. Okay, so that gave me that. Then come back and tie it. So this just gives something to hang off the bottom. I liked it, and so that's what we'll have. And then that can go back in the drawer where it's supposed to be. So I used the envelope. I left it open, and I did my I used this little guy for a guide, and I marked my guide, and I sewed my signature right there, and then I closed the envelope. Before I did that, I had cut this spot off of the envelope so that I would have a pocket here. And I like that because it kind of separates this area out. And then if you have, especially, this is almost 80 pages front and back. So there's 20 pages in here. And so that's a lot of pages to be going through. And when I'm making something that big, I probably would put something that I can cover up the holes. So anyway, that's how I did that. So then we've got this. We have the large, it's a very large tag, and it has a little booklet in it. So it's got some of the leftover papers that were after I had started putting together the book. And in the very back, it has an envelope that you can put something in. So that's just there. I've got another one of the Lindsay Zenora's images. And this lace here, we have a tab. And this time I put the lace on the outside. And you know, the one thing I didn't add that I was going to was some charms. So there's a hole right there. I'm just going to grab a couple of the beads like what we used. The bottom. I have a pink one and a yellow. And then maybe this, can put those two and this. And that way it doesn't totally get wasted and have to sit on my desk till the next time something comes along. So let's put that in between the two. Because, I don't know if you saw it, but there's this little hole here. It's just saying, why don't you put something through me? So we are. There we go. So it has the lace for reinforcement, but it also has, there we go. So we've got a little charm right there. And I'll be adding a couple more. Then we have the little flip up here. We have another one of the flat ticket paper clips. I like this one. It's coffee dyed ticket. I added some material that was here on the desk, and it's holding this tag, which is one of those calendars on a tag that I made. I used my Hobby Lobby punch, and then this is a fold out, and you can see over here we use the pretty, I think it's pretty, the washi tape. Okay, and so that's folded, and you turn it over, and the paper clip is holding on this side these two. This is another one of Lindsay's and Nora's journal cards, and it got changed with the peach colored. And then we have one of the banners from the scraps up there. We have a belly band here with one of the little tiny journaling cards from Fairies, Flutters, and Flowers. We have this large tag with this collage here. And then we collaged here on the belly band as well. Over here we have this corner, and it has this little stamp envelope with the number 1. It says January. It's got a heart. It's just all collaged and cute, and it's just right in there. And then it's stapled on here and then glued into the journal. And then we have another one of the Edith Holden page tags with the Fairy, Flutter, and Flower journaling card, the bingo piece, part of the repurposed wedding dress. And this one, this is the front, and you turn it over and the pocket is in the back, and it has a fold-out tag, number 29 Flinch card, and this image from the butterfly calendar, the little tiny calendar. And then we have this little flip up or flip down tag. Okay, and both of these I've stapled for to have less bulk. Okay, here's the other piece of the envelope, and I put it over the side. So I took this part of the envelope apart, undid it, and then I have glued this on and glued this on. We have another one of the Edith Holden tags with some washi on the top. Here's another one of the Lindsay Sonor tags. Some washi here, some stenciling. Turn it over, large tag. I have added this paper to the back. Journaling card from the Fairies, Flowers, and Fairies, Flutters, and Flowers from Dear Julie Julie. And this is the last piece of the material. And this just fits right inside this pocket. Okay. Another one of the stickers, some washi, and a tab on this avocado dyed Holy Grail paper. And some more of the writing paper. Here we have one of the book paper pocket tucks, that I make. And this has this, what is it? A yellow lady's slipper. And some writing paper there, coffee dyed. Here's another tag. This is the from January. Oh, we don't want to lose that. And again, some more of the calendar and one of the bingo things. And this fits. There is a pocket here, and then there's a tuck in the back. So we have the large tag in the back. We have the number 11 flinch card sticking off the edge of the page here, and some rescued wedding dress up here at the top. And this side has the rescued wedding dress flip, a little tiny stamp image down here with a couple of little tiny things tucked in. This is one of Lindsay Sonor's images. This is from the January 1st digital kit or digital page that was a gift in the Scrap All About It with your Julie. Here's another one of the flinch cards, and it has some of the envelope, rescued wedding dress, and a heart, a little bit of washi. And this paper clip has some just some lace added to it. And this side is some of that address book page folded over and decorated. And this is one of the cards that we made in the first embellishment video. We have a tab here on this large tag that is behind that tag. Edith Holden paper, I went ahead again and used the cardboard and made lines. Ledger paper, washi tape on, this is the other side of the stationery. Here I've sewn one of the journaling cards onto the address paper and then sewed the address paper to make a large pocket. There's a little pocket here with a tag and one of the large yellow papers here. Lace, writing paper. There's a hole here, so I just put one of the scrap pieces of paper that were there and stapled it through. Here's one of the stickers. We have a little flip up or flip out, and it has a couple pieces of paper in there so it can be extra journaling space. We have another one of these. This has some of the calendar, and I've made it into a waterfall, and it is on a piece from the Edith Holden page. And then here we have a flip up tag. So all that in the pocket. You can write on the calendar also, of course. There's the calendar page. Here's another one of the little collages with the heart and the bingo, and part of a guest check. The pansy card from the kit. This is scrapbook paper, and I just made a tag out of it. It's actually a scrap from making the large tags. Little piece of, excuse me, coffee dyed paper. Boy, this getting up at 3:30 is kicking my you know what. Yeah. So there we go. And then in the large pocket, because you see this was folded up and there's a large pocket. Here we have this tag. This is the leftover piece from the peach, from running off or printing Lindsay's kit, and I printed it wrong. And so there was a white space here, and so I added the washi tape. I love that. This is a tag that I made out of the Edith Holden book. And let's see. Here we have a collage top tuck. It's one of the journaling cards from the kit, and this rose, and then one of the yellow note papers with the washi. Here's another one of the Edith Holden pages. The cardboard stamped lines and butterfly there. And some lace and one of the stickers. And here's the back pocket. It has a large tag in it, a sticker. It has a Matchbox note paper using the butterfly. And I just put, that is a flinch card. And I put it in at an angle with staples. And I did sew around this pocket because, again, it is that address book. So that is the journal. And it is all finished and available for sale in my Etsy shop. So check it out there. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it has like 80 pages front, so that's like, count this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you count them like that. And yeah, so, and I think it would be, like I said, I think it would be a great writing journal. Lots and lots of places to write. If you were going to add pictures and keepsakes and stuff, of course it's going to get really thick. But I think it, I mean, it's, and I'll add a couple more charms to this. And yeah, so that is it. And look for it in the Etsy shop, Dear Julie Julie. So find something to celebrate every day. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.